Fox 5 and Hot 97 present Street Soldiers with Lisa Evers.
I'm so glad you're joining us for this episode of Street Soldiers on hip-hop's Hispanic heritage. I'm your host, Lisa Evers. We are celebrating the achievements of Latino artists, DJs, and other creatives who transformed the culture. They also blended hip-hop street sounds with new beats, creating Latin fusion music, all of it captivating the world. The 2018 song, I Like It, with Bad Bunny, Cardi B, and J Balvin, soared to the top of the charts and earned Billboard Music and MTV Video Music Awards. The catchy lyrics in both English and Spanish and Latin trap and rap beats drew fans from all over the world. It helped launch Bad Bunny, who's from Puerto Rico, into the stratosphere.
We're here, I mean, listen, numbers talk. You know, Bad Bunny is probably the biggest artist of this time nowadays.
Bad Bunny's collaborations with other top hip-hop artists like Drake and Mia proved he was mainstream, whether it was Latin trap, reggaeton, or a unique fusion with rap. Hot 97's DJ Camilo is known as the International Club King, playing to diverse audiences everywhere. He says he knew Bad Bunny was big when clubgoers were singing along with his Spanish songs in Italy and Germany.
That's what keeps hip-hop evolving. You know, all these new sounds, these new testing the waters with new artists and you know, with Latinos, we've always been there.
How the Vegas front row to all the fights.
Hip-hop superstar Fat Joe is known as the Don for good reason. From his early days with the late Big Pun, he's been on the cutting edge of hip-hop culture, never losing his eye for style or his social conscience. He's not the only major mainstream artist proud of his Hispanic heritage. There's Noriega, now host of Drink Champs, and the Dipset's Jim Jones, host of The Drip Report, and of course, Grammy-winning Cardi B. Hip-hop and Hispanic heritage are intertwined in the most intimate ways, says music executive Johnny Marines.
They're married. Growing up, it was just, we listen to live music, we listen to hip-hop music. I mean, our playlist would simply be a mixture of both. I know I would have a playlist of both, and it would go from the hottest Latin song to the hottest hip-hop song.
The smash hit Obsesión is by Aventura, known as the Kings of Bachata, a rhythmic ballad genre. It's been seen and heard all over the world hundreds of millions of times. The multi-platinum award-winning group has played for years to sold-out arenas. Their emotional ballads, sung in Spanish, earned them a fervent fan base. Growing up for them, it was Latin music at home and hip-hop on the streets of the Bronx. Lenny Santos says they could not have done it without hip-hop.
It wasn't for hip-hop, I would not have, you know, all the success that I have, all my homes, all my cars, all the material stuff and all that, and the love from the fans. We would not have it because we would just be another bachata group from the Dominican Republic and the Bronx.
These roots run deep. Let's get into it now with our panel. Joining me, Hot 97's own DJ Camilo, the International Club King, a heavy hitter, also Rock Nation. Camilo, great to have you with us.
Happy to be here, Lisa. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. We got it going. All right. Also with us is Johnny Marines. He's a music executive and former director of Latin music for Rock Nation. Johnny, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
We appreciate it. Also with us is Lenny Santos. He's a co-founder of Aventura. They're known as the Kings of Bachata, aka the Latin Beatles, multi-award-winning international group, millions and millions and millions of records sold, tickets, sold out tours around the world over the years.
Yeah.
And Lenny, an honor to have you with us for this one, really.
Hey, it's a pleasure, Lisa.
Thank you so much. Lenny, when you look at hip-hop's Hispanic roots, tell us about your story, how it was for you starting out in the Bronx.
It's one of my greatest memories. I won't take it back for any money in the world. You know, I grew up in the Bronx area. I'm born and raised in the Bronx. I came from Lincoln Hospital, the 149th Street area. Well, you know, basically I live, you know, my mom and dad are Dominicans. So at home, we'll be listening to bachata music and merengue and bolero. And right outside, right in front of us, you hear the hip hop music all over. You know how it was in the summer times and all that with the basketball games going on outside and everything like that. All you hear was Slick Rick and Run DMC, LL Cool J, so and so on. So I was a big, huge fan of hip hop. At the same time, big fan of my Latin roots too.
And so we're going to talk about what you did with it and all the work that Aventura and success that you guys have had. DJ Camilo, you've been from the very beginning. In the very beginning, like years and years ago, there was the hip hop. You were known as the hip hop DJ in the hip hop arena and the Latin, the club king in the Latin music arena. And then but now they've been blended. You blended them so well. Tell us about how you see this.
Me being first generation in this country, my parents are Colombian. And when I started DJing, I remember back in the days, Charlie Chase, he was like one of the first DJs out there. He was Puerto Rican. To me, it was hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Many years later on, I'm doing hip hop, but I'm also blending reggaeton into the game. That became something so massive around the world, And to me, it's just been hand in hand. It never was, oh, it's only Black or it's only Latino. It's just been hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
From the very beginning. Johnny Marines, in terms of how you see hip hop and you see the influence of the Hispanic culture, tell us what you see from your vantage point, because you've been a part of it since day one.
Yeah, I mean, I think, as far as like the hip hop and Latinos, how we contributed and everything is, I had a kind of like a similar upbringing like Lenny, and I'm sure Camilo did in New York City, growing up in the Lower East Side in the Jacob Reese houses. It was the same thing. I grew up in a Dominican household, and my moms would be playing bachata and merengue, but me, my cousins, and everybody, every time we was outside, we listening to hip hop. We're not really listening to the Latin music that our parents were listening to. So we were like heavily influenced by what was going on in the hip hop culture, even though we was at home living with Latin parents.
And Lenny, in terms of your sound, Aventura and bachata, explain to us what bachata is for people who may not know.
Well, bachata, as they call it, a lot of people call it Latin jazz for Spanish music. It's basically a bolero mixed. Bachata is about amargura, basically love songs. Most of them is about my girl left me, I want her to take me back. Here, listen to the song that I wrote. It's really mostly love songs. We changed the game in that, and Romeo Santos, the way he was writing, the way I was producing, he started writing about more social stuff that's happening day to day, like domestic violence. We spoke about that. We spoke about domestic issues and his lyrics, and that became a game changer together with the music. Me being influenced by hip hop and freestyle music too. Because remember, hip hop was a culture. It was more than just like a hip hop beat. Was so cultural. The way we dressed, the way we danced. So listening to freestyle music, listening to James Brown music, listening to these hip hop artists back in the days like Africa Bambaataa. We got LL Cool J, Slick Rick, countless. Big Daddy Kane, EPMD. All that music, the melodies that were being used in that type of music, I used those melodies and converted it into bachata. It was weird. It happened naturally because that's what came out of my head. I didn't plan it. And that became its own sound. Like, wow, what are these kids doing? This is not bachata, but it sounds crazy. And then Romeo's lyrics together with my music, it was just something big to happen. And as you know, we just kept performing and doing this and doing that. Next thing you know, the group just kept elevating. We wasn't thinking about no money. We was thinking about getting rich. I thought I was never going to be, like, my career was going to be music. I never knew that. Like, everything I have is because of music. I was going to be law enforcement. That turned out to be a musician.
There's more to come. Don't go away. Lenny, when did you guys first know that you had something that was really popping?
First time, because I think they're going to make a movie about us later on in the future. People will know, but because it's been a crazy journey, but very fun, and I won't take it back. But when we first started popping was back in 2000. We threw out our first album. We were so happy just to see our album in a little local mom and pop store. So like, yeah, we were celebrating. Yeah, not one record was being sold at that time. That same pack was always there. Well, anyways, when we first started popping was in Pennsylvania, to be honest, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The first time we saw fans singing our songs word for word, like they knew the whole album. The first album came out, We were not playing on the radio, nothing like that. But the small town in Pennsylvania picked it up, and they were rocking it. We went over there, did a show, sold it out, like 2,000 people. We thought we was like #1 in the world. Forget about it. And next thing you know, we go to New York. Nobody knows us, and it was just popping in Pennsylvania for like a whole year and a half. After that, we took off in Boston. Our second album got leaked. I don't know, Johnny, remember that? 4 songs got leaked. I don't know, remember the LimeWire days and the Napster days when people used to download illegal piracy music and stuff like that. So our songs got leaked, and our label was so pissed. How'd you guys let this happen? We're not gonna sell records. You guys gonna make money? That's what really introduced our careers, like to go boom. Like that made the real boom. Those 4 songs were 4 mega hits. So we tried shopping those 4 songs to all the labels. The labels turned us down. They didn't like it. The fusion of the whole hip hop with bachata and all that. They're like, nah, this is not bachata. What is this?
Did they actually tell you, like, there's no audience for this? You guys may be hot in a few places, but there's no audience for this.
Yeah, they were comparing it to what's out in the moment. Well, this is no, this doesn't reach Anthony Santos. This doesn't reach it's missing that. It's missing that. We were kids, so we were like, it is. What is it? What is it missing? And the whole time, these were like one of these were the 4 biggest songs ever in Aventura. In that song, in that set, there's a song called Obsesión, a famous world song that made a huge international hit. Obsesión was this song called No Es Amor, with the girl. We have a girl singing in that song as a feature. Huge song. No es amor, porque tú sientes. So that song made it worldwide. We were #1 in Italy, #1 in Germany, #1 in France, #1 in Israel, #1 in the U.S.
So even in countries, wait, Camilo, you're international. You DJ all over the world. What do you think about that? They had a song in Spanish, and it's popping. It's really, really big in Italy and big in Germany, big in
Germany. I DJed in Germany, and I had to do a little bachata set because it was a must, But moving forward, just a couple of years later, they went and did a song with Drake. And that says it all. That's when you could tell, wow, you have Drake, the biggest, with Aventura, the biggest, doing a song together. Like, to me, they're gone. They're out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's when we started collaborating right away. As soon as we hit that #1 record, we were in Europe. I don't know if you noticed, as the charts in Europe is only one chart. So you see Aventura #1, then you got Britney Spears #2, then you got 50 Cent #3. We were like, wow, what's going on here?
Johnny, what about these collaborations? Like the blending where what Camila mentioned. You got Drake and Aventura. You have Aventura with Wyclef, with Ludacris. What was the reaction to those? Because you're working at a company that's known for hip hop. You were working at Rock Nation. Like you can't.
Well, this was way before. This was way before the Rock Nation days. This is, way before. But yes, these guys, Aventura, did it so big. It was just so far that we did the songs with Ludacris, we did the songs with a couple of other artists, and then later on, which Camilo was talking about, was Romeo ends up going as a solo artist, and we end up doing a song with Usher first, and that was a major hit. And then after Usher comes Drake a couple of years later, and there we were able to do Drake, and then we did a song with Nicki Minaj, we did a song with Lil Wayne, and so forth. But that was later on after we did Romeo Goes as a solo artist. But as Aventura, we had major success even with the Akons and the Wyclefs and Ludacris. So it was and my time of wanting to say, when I knew that Aventura had really, really like, okay, this is a moment right here where we're able to say, like, the music has definitely transcended into another level, was 2007, when we go with this local party promoter. His name is Felix Cabrera. At the time, he's like this local guy, and he comes up to us with this idea of Aventura performing, trying to sell out Madison Square Garden. Now, I'll be completely honest. I thought he was a little crazy with this idea. Now, yeah, to us, it was just like, we've never done anything that big.
Right.
And we knew that if we could sell out Madison Square Garden, this was going to be the moment that we were going to be able to take this really around the world. And so what we did was, not only did we sell it out, Lisa, well, these guys sold it out. I didn't sell it out. But not only did these guys, Lenny, Henry, Mikey, and Romeo sell out, it was sold out 360. So we right away said, how do we get this message out to the world to show that the world how big this group is? And that's when we filmed
pre-social media. This is like social media, or social media is just starting, and it's not like it is now.
We had to do a DVD. We had to.
YouTube is around at that time.
We had to do YouTube wasn't out. We had to do a DVD.
Instagram wasn't out. Only Twitter was, like Camilo mentioned.
It just starting. Yeah, just starting.
Yeah, only Twitter was around.
We did a DVD on there. Remember, we had to master and mix the songs.
We filmed the DVD because that was how we were gonna get the message out to the rest of the world. Yeah. Because like you mentioned, social media, it was not really as impactful. It was very, the starting stages.
It was like infant. It was like in its infancy. Camilo, when that 2007 Aventura selling out Madison Square Garden, what did you think about that? Tell us what was happening in hip hop and what your reaction was.
That just changed the game. After that came other groups, came other bachata, the young wave of bachata came. They opened the doors for a lot of other artists, and you can never forget that. It was just a beautiful thing. And furthermore, from New York City, from the BX, you know what I'm saying?
And all of that.
You notice every time we'll come up on stage and perform, we always had this thing that we'll play an intro, where we from. We always represented the Bronx. Even to this day, I'm on tour with my brother. We always do an intro where we from, the Bronx. You got to see, it's really cool. We always used to play like an instrumental from a Run DMC track or Slick Rick track or a 50 Cent track, an intro, or even the West Coast beats, something hard, some Dr. Dre beats or whatever. We'll have the hip hop influence, like, okay, these guys are from New York. We'll let people know. We could be in Paraguay. We're coming up with on stage. We're like, hey, I thought we were gonna see bachata here.
Right.
Next thing you know, we get on stage with that hip hop beat, whatever, boom. Ding 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 ding. The music starts right there, it takes off. We always wanted to let people know where we came from. And that if you come from the Bronx and you're influenced by hip hop, you could penetrate any genre of music.
Lenny, in terms of your music, do you find the bachata fans are still, it's like once a bachata fan, always a bachata fan, or do they
always they go? I mean,
how does that work? Like, how do you see that?
Well, bachata. Remember, our album didn't only have bachata. Our albums had reggaeton music too.
Right.
We had R&B music there too. We have songs with Wisin Yandel, Don Omar, and nothing. Like I said, we always used to influence anything that came from the English side in terms of hip hop and freestyle music. I used to take a lot from freestyle music. Freestyle is hip hop. The
right.
Lisa Lisas and the George Lamont and Mark Anthony started out singing freestyle. That's how strong the whole hip hop culture was. And it's been because of that this group would go on and tour every 5 years, and we always want to have sellout stadiums, thanks to God, because of the way we just revolutionized bachata music. Like, we just did a reunion 2020 and sold out all the baseball stadiums in the U.S. And Romeo wanted to keep going, but Sony's like, hey, what is our record? So he kept doing his things. It was like Aventura will be forever there. We changed a lot of people's lives. I used to see people come walk to me, and to this day in the airport right now, she's like, you guys helped me cope with, not, killing myself. I listened to you guys, and you guys motivated me to keep, Johnny, I'm not lying, right, Johnny? We've had people, sadly to say, bury their children or their loved ones to Aventura music, and they just blasting it. And that hits us here. So it's like, we have a responsibility. If we ever do come out with new music in the future, if it happens, we got to give the people what they expect. We like an emotional, how you say, a tool
Right.
that could save people's lives or change people's way of thinking of how to be, positive thinking all the time and not so negative. All that is in our music.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Street Soldiers on hip hop's Hispanic heritage. You can watch it again and share it on our Fox 5 NY YouTube page. Remember, use your mind as your best weapon. I'm Lisa Evers. Let's push for peace, love, and justice.